Every year, Mercer University sends hundreds of students and faculty around the world to participate in global missions. A team composed of global health, anthropology, and international studies majors led by Dr. Amy Nichols-Bilo and Dr. Natalie Bourdon went to Mwanza, Tanzania. Their mission is helping organizations like Upendo Daima create curriculum for their staff to be able to teach street children who are in their care ways to avoid illnesses caused from malaria, cholera to HIV and AIDS, among many other topics. The goal for the group is to avoid any redundancies in what Upendo has already established and offer solutions developed by Mercer students and build on Upendo's teaching capacity. This is the Mercer on Mission to Tanzania.
Mwanza is Tanzania's second largest city. Mwanza is really interesting in terms of its geography. So it's located on the shores of Lake Victoria, and Lake Victoria is the second biggest lake in the world. It is just this amazing landscape. And then a tremendous sort of economic driver of the community is the lake. Fishing, both small scale and commercial fishing, is sort of the number one economic activity in the region. The lake is really the heart of the city, and it makes for an absolutely beautiful landscape.
In Mwanza, you'll find a bustling city with people as vibrant in its culture as the sun sets over Lake Victoria. But underneath the color and wellspring of life, there are still issues that haunt the city, like the problem of children living on the streets. This is Steve Bagumba. He is an artist, TV personality, and a researcher. He spends a lot of time with street children, learning from them, and sometimes helping them out when he can. He wants to start his own NGO to help many of the boys he has come to know. I had the chance to meet one of them, and for privacy purposes, we have opted to not disclose his name.
He saw me here right now, and then he said, "Hey, teacher, can I have something?" I say, "Oh man, I'm really blocked, but we can share some." So we order food, so and then he's going to eat, and then we're going to talk. Why did he come here? I don't have to record. You can just talk.
He would later tell us that he only had one relative in his village. Both of his parents were gone, so he wanted to come to Mwanza to look for life. Many street children run away from strife at home. Others don't have a place to call home. Street life is their current reality, and that is the reality that our team must face when we arrive in Mwanza.
I'm really excited to immerse myself in a different culture.
Experiencing Tanzanian culture and hopefully making at least a small impact on the kids and staff of Upendo Daima.
Immersing myself into a different culture and then getting to know the kids that we'll be working with.
Immerse myself into a new culture. To apply everything we've learned in class.
To really apply what we've learned in class.
To finally apply everything that I've learned in these past 4 years in all my global health classes into this experience.
Taking what we've learned in class and applying it to all of the different things that we'll be doing over there, and really creating a curriculum that we can leave behind that will be really effective.
I'm most excited to learn about how HIV is thought about in Mwanza.
Especially with working with HIV/AIDS in Mwanza and being able to apply it to the local area and trying to really take this global problem and conceptualize it within a city of a couple 100,000 people.
I've studied HIV in different sub-Saharan African contexts, but getting to know the specific city and its people and how they think about HIV and AIDS is going to be really interesting for me.
Working with the youth and staff at Upendo Daima and presenting our health modules in a way that's informative and impactful. I hope to connect with the children.
Working with the children of Upendo Daima.
Get to know them, they can get to know us.
While educating them about the health risks that they are exposed to while living on the streets and how to treat them and prevent them.
Upendo Daima stands for Forever Love in Swahili. This organization has two branches. One is the Malembe family, and the one with whom we worked, the Back Home House. They specialize in recruiting children off the streets in hopes of rehabilitating them from the effects of that life and reconnecting them with family members after 3 months. With the Back Home House, our focus was to collaborate with the staff and use their local expertise and infuse those with the Mercer students' ideas on developing curriculum.
We met with our partners. We did some groundwork ahead of time, but we really sat there with our partners and we listened to them.
We are not saying that we know everything and taking into account the local knowledge and learning how to use that effectively. That's going to be a challenge.
And then we did this very laborious process of designing materials, testing materials, revising materials, translating materials, getting revisions of the translation.
One of the exercises that really just we all felt didn't go very well, and the staff were pushing through the exercise with the students anyhow to its completion. They put in the time to completely revamp that particular healthcare module. And I saw that happening again and again with each of the student groups and their healthcare modules, where things needed to be tweaked or things needed to be reconceptualized, that the students were willing to go back to the hotel that day and start reworking the plans and the program. And I think, to me, that willingness to be that flexible and to really sort of hunker down and do the nitty-gritty work that is not at all glamorous, that to me was one of what I was happiest about with this group of students and with the program.
During the 3 weeks, we learned about these kids whose analytical self-reflections and incredible resilience and resourcefulness never ceased to surprise us.
Trip is different because we didn't come to build a well. We didn't come to bring like these materialistic things or build infrastructure or anything like that. Like, we came to teach. And so I think for me, like, a takeaway is definitely like, I enjoy doing this type of work. Like, I would rather come teach, like share some knowledge with somebody else that could be passed along rather than coming and building a house that's going to benefit one family, rather than like teaching someone. And like, knowledge is one of those things that just keeps going. Somebody's going to tell somebody, it's going to tell somebody else, it's going to tell somebody else. So I think that I feel like I have a greater impact.
The product that was being produced wasn't Mercer's product, but it was a Mercer Upendo Daima collaboration.